Israel's own actions invalidate all pro-Israel arguments. I didn't make Israel be this way. It's not my fault that this is what the Zionist project looks like. You can call me an anti-Semitic monster all day for criticizing Israel's genocidal mass atrocities and insane warmongering, but I didn't force this on Israel. This is what Israel chose to be. This is what a state full of Zionists looks like when you let the Zionists do everything they want to do. You can talk all you want about the historic persecution of the Jewish people. You can try to argue that Jews for some reason need a state that's all their own in the geographic location where Jewish people used to live back in ancient history. But what we see before us today is what it looks like when that occurs. This is it. This is the result. This is the only result on offer. And it isn't my fault that that's the case. All arguments made in defense of Israel ultimately rest on the unquestioned assumption that the Jewish people must definitely have a homeland where Jewish people are in control, and that this homeland must definitely be in the location that Israel is in right now. Once you accept this premise, then all the other arguments for the necessity of Israel's actions make sense and can be defended. But we've seen the results of what that premise entails. It necessarily means nonstop violence, tyranny, war, and abuse. It necessarily means genocide. It necessarily means ethnic cleansing. How do we know it necessarily means that? Because here we are. So the premise upon which all pro-Israel arguments rest is invalid, which means all the arguments are baseless, which means there's really no good reason to keep maintaining the status quo of modern Israel, which means there's no good reason Western governments should keep supporting that status quo, which means there's no good reason not to end the apartheid state, give equal rights to all, grant Palestinians the right of return, right the wrongs of the past, and have Israel and its Western backers pay so many reparations to their victims that future generations will not feel the effects of their abuses. That is the only logical position here. Israel's own actions have made that clear. Israel's critics didn't force Israel to choose those actions. Those actions are just the product of everything Israel is.